Will 50% of homes listed in 2025 be left sitting on the market? Picture this. Brand new, shiny condo towers, but half of them are empty. Rows of for sale signs sitting on lawns for months. Is this the reality hitting Canada in 2025? Could half of all the listed houses, new and resale, just sit there unsold? Dramatic headlines are predicting a housing catastrophe. So, what's the actual story behind these terrifying predictions? We're diving deep into the data, separating the clickbait from the facts to find out if there's any truth to the claim that half of Canada's 2025 housing stock could remain unsold. Why this is a big deal. Why is everyone panicking about this? Because a massive housing surplus isn't just about empty buildings, it's a domino effect that could impact the entire economy. If a huge chunk of homes stay unsold, property values could plummet, wiping out the equity of homeowners. The construction industry would face massive job losses. This isn't just about spreadsheets, it's about the financial security of millions of Canadians. That's why we need to know if these fears are real or totally overblown. The national reality check. So let's smash that headline-grabbing claim. Will half of all homes listed in Canada stay unsold in 2025? The data says a clear no, at least not nationally. The crisis where it is happening is far more focused. In fact, national housing starts are expected to slow down, and the resale market is showing signs of a comeback. The recent drop in interest rates is expected to help sales pick up, slowly absorbing some of the extra supply. CMHC predicts that lower mortgage rates will unlock pent-up demand, making homes a bit more accessible than they were between 2022 and 2024. But this doesn't mean everything is perfect. Affordability is still a massive problem, especially in Ontario and British Columbia, where sales are expected to stay below their 10-year averages. The real drama begins when we zoom in on specific sectors. In big cities like Toronto, sales of new condominiums have reportedly plunged by a jaw-dropping 75% since 2022. That's a huge number, and it points to a very specific problem area. Ground zero, the condo crisis. If there's a ground zero for this housing nightmare, it's the Greater Golden Horseshoe, including Toronto. This region is seeing an unprecedented pileup of unsold new condominiums. As of early 2025, the area had over 23,900 unsold new condo units, which is 58% above the 10-year average. At the current sales pace, that represents roughly 78 months of supply. That's 6.5 years to sell off the current stock, compared to the 10-12 months of a balanced market. What's causing this chaos? A mix of record-high condo completions flooding the market, and many of these units being small, expensive, and simply the wrong product for buyers. The impact is clear. Developers are slamming on the brakes. Pre-construction condo starts in the GTA took a staggering 79% dive in the first quarter of 2025. While the new condo market here is in a horrible spot, the resale market is slower but not seeing the same catastrophic pileup. It's not half of all homes sitting empty, it's a historic oversupply in one specific segment. Factors preventing a total collapse. While the new condo situation is dire in some spots, several key factors are preventing a full-blown national collapse. First, the problem is highly regional. Markets in the prairies and Quebec are actually doing quite well, which shields against a nationwide crisis. Second, falling interest rates are providing major support to the broader resale market, helping to unlock pent-up demand. Third, strong population growth, while slowing slightly, continues to add new demand for housing across the country. And finally, developers are already reacting by cancelling projects or shifting to rentals, which slows the flood of new for sale units hitting the hardest hit markets. Conclusion: a divided reality. So, back to the big question. Will half of Canada's homes listed in 2025 remain unsold for the entire Canadian market combined? The answer is no. That scary headline doesn't reflect the overall national picture. However, this doesn't mean the problem isn't real. There is a crisis, but it's concentrated in the new condominium sector, especially in the Greater Golden Horseshoe. Here, the numbers are genuinely shocking, with record high unsold inventory and developers massively pulling back. Nationally, the picture is a mixed bag. The resale market is showing signs of a slow recovery, while other regions are seeing much healthier conditions. The story for 2025 isn't a single nationwide disaster, it's a complex tale of extreme pain in some areas and cautious recovery in others. What do you think about the Canadian housing market? Are you seeing these trends in your city? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown useful, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next report. Thanks for watching.